Hey Anonymous, welcome to a video. Say hey Junior.
Hi.
Me and Junior are here tonight, and excuse my voice, but we thought we would talk a little bit about coin storage, different things that you can do to either store or display your coin collection. So we'll start the most basic. One way that you can put your coins away is to either get these rolls. A lot of your local banks will have rolls, and they will give them to you for free. They're often flat, or if you're willing to pay a really small premium, $2 to $3, you can get them with one of the ends already crimped and rolled for you, and then they become easy to put away because they stand up on end.
And there is some quarters and nickels and dimes and everything.
Yep, this is a mixed bag, and I think we paid $3 for it, and it's been super useful. So what do you do after they're in the roll? It kind of depends what it is that you're storing, but
There's a nickel.
showing them a nickel one. Yep, so the nickels are usually blue. But
Quarters are orange and dimes are green.
right. Can you lift this over here, Junior? I need one more extra hand. What we found is if you save, I would say more than half the time we get this style of $half box that Junior's placing here in front of us, and this works great for storing coins that it's a little loose, but this works great for storing coins that you're just putting in rolls. So we put things in here, for instance, mixed 1950s Wheaties. They're wheat pennies. We want to keep them. We don't want to throw them back, but they're not worth more than 4 or 5 cents a piece. So we put them in a roll. Other things that we do with this box, when we get a box of brand new coins, usually you get frustrated with that, and that's true, but if you get a whole brand new roll of uncirculated, same date, same mint mark, that's a good way to store them. So this is good for roll collecting. Instead of a paper roll, you may pay a little premium and go for the plastic rolls. Yeah, the tubes. And these tubes, in this one we have some red 2009s. So we put the nicer 2009s that we found coin roll hunting. And nickels, for instance, 1950s. Can't get this thing to focus. 1950s Denvers, nickels mixed. So nothing terribly scarce, but things that we don't want to throw back. And this works pretty well for us. So we'll go ahead and fold that one up, and can you get that out of the way, Junior?
Yeah.
Pull that flap in right there.
Yeah.
Good. And we discussed briefly, tubes are another way to store things. So $half tubes or $half rolls, paper rolls are hard to come by. So you'll probably end up having to buy the plastic tubes. Obviously those are 40% silvers, so those are not go backs. Thanks, Junior. That's good. Another way that you will, once you get into your collection, if you start buying coins and you get past what you think you might find coin roll hunting, you might end up buying some slabbed coins. There are several ways to, go ahead and put it in the camera, Junior. There are several ways to store slabbed coins. Sometimes the coin graders have their own trays, and they're notorious for not fitting. It's the most affordable way to put them away, but even across a brand, they may not fit their own brand. So be cautious. Look for things that are more generic, and you might be able to find your own method for storing these. But slabbed coins, you don't want to scratch the lenses. You want to do your best to keep them maybe in styrofoam or something like that. They have briefcase-looking things on eBay that you can buy, aluminum cases. Right here, we're going to start getting into things that you do want to display, high visibility, but maybe not in an organized Whitman book or something like that. These are 2x2 flips, and if you want to pull this one out right here, Junior, and show them how to fold it in half, you'll fold this thing over.
Right now, fold it.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
fold this thing over, put a couple of staples in it, and your coin is ready for display. It's protected from the elements.
Pretty much just 3 or 4 staples.
Yep, 3 or 4 staples, and your coin's on good display. It's well protected.
And then you can put in your book like
You can
me.
write on the edge, and that's where I was going with that, Junior. You want to go ahead and open your album? You can set that down. So Junior's kind of proud of this, and while he's opening it, I don't know if you heard the zipper there. We have been buying these school-style trapper keepers. They may not be what you think of when you think of coin collecting, but we have enjoyed them because they hold in anything that may fall loose. So if Junior's running around showing his collection to someone,
nothing will fall out.
Nothing will fall out, even if it slips out of the album page here. This is all upside down, I think. But even if this slips out of the... did you just put your pages in upside down?
No.
No
I'll
big
put them
deal.
in, right? I'll put them in.
But you can put your flips in here. These are called 2x2 flips, or sometimes people call them Mylars. And this is a great way to display the 2x2 flips.
This is how you can put
That he was talking about.
You can
It's upside down, Junior.
I know. You can put these in here like all these other ones, and then that's how you store all of your coins in the book.
And you can look through it really easily.
Yeah.
And show your friends. So we'll set that one aside. Another thing that you do, guys, I don't know how many of you keep copper, but we do. What better than a coffee can? Don't overlook simple answers to simple problems. Another thing that we do, while we are coin roll hunting, we accumulate small samples of different kinds of coins. So we might have a few Wheaties buckets, we have an old nickel bucket, we have a dime bucket. What else do we have?
We have
A little foreign coin.
a little bit of halves.
Halves, right? Yep. And things that aren't enough for a roll yet, or we're not ready to start socking away. We accumulate in here, and when it gets full, we take the time to put it in a paper roll, or a flip, or an album, or whatever it is that we're talking about. This is what inspired our video today. This is a Dan's Co. You can set that aside. We're not ready for that yet. Well, I guess we can discuss that now. This is one of the cheaper albums to display your coins. This will keep your coins. They'll keep them organized. You'll be able to display them. It won't protect them quite as well as a full-blown album. You can see it's exposed. You can touch it. You can put a fingerprint on it. You can spill soup on it. You can get SpaghettiOs on it. Another downside of these things is that you can't see the back of the coin.
And
so the reverse of the coin is right here.
This is did you know something about this book? There's not very many because they're so big. But in this book, they're smaller. So that's why they make more of the holes for the pennies.
Right. He wanted to show you a better example of a more full example of a Whitman-style book that doesn't have as much wasted page space. So they can hold your collection. They can help you get organized. They can help you know what you have and what you don't have. But
this can hold more than that.
And frankly, what we like to do is accumulate our collections in these. And then we've decided that once our collection starts looking really fantastic, and we have almost completed it, or have completed it, we're moving over to these very high quality albums. Can you grab that plastic there, Junior? Mm-hmm. These very high quality albums made by Dan's Co. That's DANSCO. This album is a 100-year Lincoln cent album that runs from the first year of the wheat penny all the way up until the Centennial 2009 penny series. What's really interesting about these, well, first of all, the display, the quality of what you're doing here, it feels very professional. It feels very nice.
Do you want me to tell you something that
you can see. Hold on, Junior. You can see the back of your coin on this. Okay, what did you notice?
What I just noticed about this is that this is a lot nicer than this.
It is.
Because it's like more fancier than this. Because it's like more cleaner, and those are more like clear, and those aren't clear, and they're not like that clean.
It is. And oftentimes on the folders, these Whitman folders, or even the old blue style folders, is that if you try to upgrade your coin in there more than once or twice, the hole in the album starts to get loose and it doesn't hold the coin as well, right? This one is a big upgrade from that. You can slide the screen out, replace your coin, not wear your book out, and then slide it back closed. So if you find a much nicer coin of the same year and mint mark, swap it in.
And
no
it'll
problems.
just stay clean the whole time.
That's right. No problems.
None of this will even rip.
The level of protection is really high on these. It's fully encased, and you get to see both sides of your coin. This particular book is cool because it does all the early Wheaties, and it has, I believe, 10 pages. And once you get into the 1960s, sorry about this camera angle, they include the S mint marks for proofs, which is very cool.
And I know another thing about it.
What's that?
These pages can come out.
You can. You can pop more pages in or take some pages out. We're going to leave them in there, though, Junior. It's brand new.
So
I
I
don't
don't even know how to take them out.
Yeah, we haven't studied it that close yet. So anyway, thanks for joining us. Is there anything else about storage you wanted to talk about?
Not really.
Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. Click the like button, share, subscribe. Tell us if there's any other things that you do that we don't do, or if anything here helped you. So we'll see you next time, and happy hunting.